One of the most interesting literary theorists, I believe, in the English language right now is the Yale professor Harold Bloom, who has found his preoccupation with the ideas of influence, the ideas that major writers within the Western canon have primarily been influenced in their generations of character, their ideas of narrative, their ideas of form, by being influenced by those writers that have preceded them. The most important, in Bloom's mind, being William Shakespeare, essentially considered the greatest writer, not only in the English language, but the greatest writer in the world, period. He looks at major writers in English, and even in Spanish and French, to a large extent, who have been influenced by Shakespeare's ideas of personification, how he develops his characters, how his characters are influenced through struggles with their own personal experiences, with their ideas of paternal domination and maternal effeminization and other such very bizarre psychoanalytical influences. Particularly, he's interested in various scenes within Shakespeare that typify very complex character development, particularly, and he finds most of his sources in Hamlet, considered Shakespeare's greatest play. In Hamlet, one can see not only all of Bloom's major preoccupations with such things as paternal domination in the ghost scene, the very beginning of Hamlet, when Shakespeare and Hamlet himself is brought into contact with the ghost of his murdered father. Read at a very primary level, this seems to be just the spark that is needed to light Hamlet onto his wavering pursuit of revenge for his father. He is caught in a struggle with himself. He is caught in between action and inaction. And the question that Bloom asks is not how the agon in which Hamlet is engaged between his tendency to want to let things pass, let his father's murderer reign and ravage his mother, I guess, and actually seek revenge of his father. This battle between action and inaction isn't of interest to Bloom. What he's much more interested in is how paternal domination, the idea that it's possible that the reason for the inaction is not because Hamlet appreciates the status quo, but instead fears his father. He doesn't necessarily want to avenge his father because of past experiences. Such things, such close readings of the text, such ideas of influence, not only with Shakespeare influencing other writers, but within Shakespeare himself, draws power into Bloom's ideas that he expounds in his book, The Anxiety of Influence, as well as a lot of the tracks that he uses within the Western canon. Of particular interest to me is his interpretation of Shakespeare's influence on James Joyce, which I find incredibly powerful. As one who is incredibly interested in Joyce may or may not have known, Joyce, when he left Ireland for continental Europe, not only uttered the famous quote that he would go and write the poetry of his race, that is the Irish race, but that Joyce found a preoccupation in achieving status within the English language with Shakespeare. He intended to write novels that would essentially make him the 20th century foil to Shakespeare, so to speak. There are two books that primarily carry James Joyce's Aegon with Shakespeare, the first being Ulysses and the second being Finnegan's Wake, written as works in progress pretty much up until Joyce's death. And Finnegan's Wake, though not studied as much as it should be, I believe, since it's been drowned out in the Ulysses scholarship, Finnegan's Wake was an attempt by Joyce to essentially transcend Shakespeare. Shakespeare's ideas of dreams, and one can see this in Third Night, one can see this in Romeo and Juliet, one can see this in Julius Caesar, one can see this in Macbeth. All of these were in supernatural experience, preternatural experiences that come by the forms of dreams or apparitions, are the causes for action. In Finnegan's Wake, one sees Joyce's attempt is to now say, "Ha! I am the true foil of Shakespeare. Now I will go beyond dreams as being the incentive for action, and now they are the incentive for inaction." And you'll see this more and more in Beckett, who is probably Joyce's greatest disciple. Finnegan's Wake and the Dreams of H.C. Earwicker are essentially an attempt by Joyce to show quite the opposite of what we have in Shakespeare. And in Bloom's account, Finnegans Wake, and to a large extent Ulysses, are attempts by Joyce to combat Shakespeare. Here are all of Shakespeare's influences. Here are all the anxieties that Shakespeare's great innovations in the development of plot and narrative have put upon Joyce. So how does he rebel against them? He rebels against them by essentially going against the conventions, the Shakespearean conventions, almost the modern English Aristotelian conventions of drama. He rebels against them in both books. Instead of Earwicker being influenced into action, what it becomes is almost an account of history within his dreams. This is an account of Irish history permutated into the ideas of one man's dreams on one given night. Just as Ulysses was the journey of one man through the streets of Dublin, or really two men through the streets of Dublin on one given day. Earwicker's dreams, instead of inciting him to action or inciting him to a struggle, an active struggle between action and inaction, are received passively. They are just passive romps through history. He is neither a contributor to some great development of narrative, some great historical plot, as one may see in Julius Caesar, for example, or even to some great resolution of a struggle, as we have in Lear. What he has instead is a constant passive acceptance of struggles. For example, the very beginning of Finnegans Wake, we have Earwicker within the museum. A museum that is given no name, but a museum in which a consumptive tour guide attempts to give him a history of the English subjugation of the Irish. And the narrative is given in this consumptive, broken Irish English, a broken dialect that seems to essentially, it enters Earwicker's mind. There's no judgment made. It is history, and then it is left alone. It is not something that would incite a Hamlet to go and seek revenge for his father. Instead, what it is just passive acceptance. Yes, the English have done thus and such in Ireland. This is how I would communicate this in the language of dreams. This is how Joyce would do this. This is not Shakespeare. This is Joyce. And this is how Joyce attempts his struggles to the very pinnacles of the English language in his attempt to be the foil to Shakespeare. Like can be said in a very interesting scene at one of the later chapters of Ulysses, when Harold Bloom himself, but Leopold Bloom, and Stephen Dedalus are in a bar, where Molly Bloom, Leopold's wife, is there being ravaged by the bar owner. And in the scene, it may or may not be famous to the listener, the portrait of Shakespeare is hanging in the bar. And Stephen Dedalus, begins to address the portrait of Shakespeare, and the portrait of Shakespeare talks back to him. In the scene, it is reflected that, and this may or may not be familiar to the reader, the same sort of mad conjecture as to paternity that Hamlet has in the original play by Shakespeare. Here, Shakespeare's portrait attempts to convince Dedalus that Hamlet is really his own father, or that, in essence, all men attempt to be their own fosterer, to be their own engenderer, their own progenitor, so to speak. And this sort of confusion, this sort of mad confusion that Hamlet uses as a ruse in the original play by Shakespeare, is actually of legitimate philosophical concern to Dedalus, as was reflected in the very beginning scene of Ulysses, when he is with Buck Mulligan in Martello Tower. Now he is at the later stages of the day in the bar with Poldy Bloom. This great idea has led to great confusion. Now Joyce, instead of using this as a ruse, as Shakespeare has used it, has actually used it as an influence on Dedalus. There's no action that's brought about by it, unlike in Hamlet. But the struggle is now commuted to one of passivity. We're wandering through the streets of Dublin. We have entered a bar. We're seeing my friend's wife ravaged by the bar owner, and we will drink some Guinness and possibly go home and be happy. We will not venture into have Fortinbras. We will not have the great Prince of Denmark come and watch a great slaughter within the palaces of England, of Denmark rather. We will instead just have our beer. We will go home and pretend that history has not happened. We will ignore its existence. This is how Joyce combats Shakespeare. And these sort of struggles are of great interest to Bloom. He reflects these in a number of writers, not merely Joyce, most poignantly in Joyce, but he talks about it with regard to Beckett and the Latin American writers, including Neruda and Jorge Luis Borges, with Goethe, with Milton. and an assortment of others that have been influenced or via their presaging the works of Shakespeare, the struggles of Shakespeare within his writing process have influenced Western literature. Harold Bloom's ideas are quite controversial. They require a very in-depth reading of the authors that he cites and a very thorough knowledge of Shakespeare, which he obviously has. His literary theories have been massively influential, although they've been quite controversial. Bloom himself has said in the New York Times that his theories have gone through the 3 stages of any great literary theory. First was dismissal. This is ridiculous. Who could possibly believe that even authors that had preceded Shakespeare, Dante, could possibly be influenced by Shakespeare? But somehow through such presaging of Shakespeare's motifs, Dante and Shakespeare have this sort of transgenerational communication one with the other. The second stage in Bloom's theory, or the development of Bloom's theory, has gone through the stage of, yes, this makes sense, but it has already been discovered by other literary theorists. Bloom has discovered nothing new. And all in all, this is a theory that any number of great commentators, F.R. Leavis, Samuel Johnson, have already picked up whether this is true or not. And then lastly, it's come to the stage where it's trite. It's just considered normal protocol. Yes, Bloom's theory is right on the button, but we knew it all along. And no, it is original, but who cares? We now want to move on to new concepts of the development of Western literature. And such theories are widely influential, and Harold Bloom's probably the most of all.